Hi, my friends. 30 hours a day. You cannot have a second more than 24 hours in a day. But the thing is, how much more you can do in less time? Or what is the output per unit of time? That's what we are discussing. See, your time has a commercial value. For example, let me give some example. This is a 10 rupee note. This is a 20 rupee note. If you really look at the size of the note, it is almost the same. But the purchasing power of this instrument is twice as that of this. Let me take another example. This is a 200 rupee note. Again, in terms of the size, it's not very big difference. See, this is 200 times more than this. But it's not having 200 times more paper content than this. Let me take another example. You take this, a 500 rupee note. This is a 10 rupee note. This has 500 times more value than this. You will pay only 10 rupees for this, but you will pay up to 500 rupees for a thing like this. You go to a departmental stores or a provision stores, you tender this 10 rupee, he will give you 10 rupees worth of a fruit maybe, a sweet maybe. But if you give this, he will give you 500 times than what you can get from this. Let me give another extreme example. Do you remember this? A 1,000 rupee note. Of course, this is not a legal tender now, it was demonetized. I was searching my mother's cupboard, who passed away about 1 year ago, and I found this old 1,000 rupee note. It is printed 1,000 rupees. Here it is printed 10 rupees, but with this, you can only get a jail term if you go and tender this to any shop. What is the difference? This has no value. But even though it had a relevance, it had a value 1,000 times more than this at a point of time, but now it has no value. Now, this is how I would love to explain the commercial value of your time. How do you get more salary per unit of your time? See, it's the month of June. This is the time around which people will get their increment, promotions, right? How is that a person gets so much increment, so much perquisite, so much cash benefit than somebody else? Same 8 hours of work, mind you. You take, for example, a person who does physical work, a carpenter, a mason, a stone cutter, right? But another person, for the same 8 hours, he gets more. So the commercial value of time is different than the unit of time. 10 units of time, how much money this person will get? The same 10 units of time, how much money this person will get? Do you want to increase the per unit value of your time? Do you want to decide your own increment? Do you want to decide your own promotion? See, normally somebody else decides our promotion. Somebody else decides our salary, amount of money that we get every month. Supposing you decide, I want 3 times salary, you can do that. You know how? Increase the commercial value of time 3 times. Simple as that. How do you do that? It depends upon 2 important criteria. One is called domain knowledge, the other is called skill set. Domain knowledge and skill set. Somebody pays you a money for your time. Let's say 500 rupees per unit of time. It can be 1 second, it can be 1 minute, it can be 1 hour. There are people who get only 500 rupees for 8 hours. The same 8 hours, you do something else, you get 10 times what you are paid. That depends upon the rarity of your domain knowledge, the rarity of your skill set. Normally, domain knowledge is the understanding of a specific industry, discipline, activity. For example, in finance, in production, in marketing, in software writing, in coding, that's a domain knowledge. Even music. You see, in the recent past, look at the number of singers who have hit the market like a tsunami, right? And look at a cricketer, the skill, the whole thing starts with domain knowledge, how to play a ball, how to bowl, how to keep wicket, how to field. Over a period of time, look at the polishing they do. Look at the number of hours they spend in giving a final shape, the shine that is required, skill. If we believe in this concept, it is very easy to improve your per unit value of your time, for which you have to work hard. Instead of working 8 hours, only working, every day spend some amount of time in acquisition of knowledge and converting that knowledge into skill. This is the only way you can improve your per unit value of time. I remember my grandfather used to say, increase your earning instead of cutting down your expenses. Of course, he used to say that you should not waste money in unnecessary expenditure. If your requirement is this much, for that you have to acquire knowledge and skill. In the next 5 years, let not your time become demonetized. Let not your skill become out of context, out of relevance. You will get nothing, even though you may be an expert in that particular domain knowledge and the skill. See you in the next episode. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and press the bell button. All the best.